city like Brennan Schaub. I'm on a mission to get it all. Right through the city like Brennan Schaub. If you ain't thick, please don't get involved.
And now, Brandon Thick Boy Schaub.
We live. All right, what's poppin', fam? It is Monday, June 29th, 9:30 on the dot. Last few weeks, we've been going at 11 a.m. It's Monday. Fighting the Kid is back this week, so we'll figure out those times. But here we are. Here we are, fam. It is July 4th week. June's almost over. It is popping. Bosty's all-star team is done. Finished yesterday. Boys got a ring. Ended up taking third in all of Austin. It's hot out there, but the boys balled out. So Thomas says, wasn't RDA 170 champ when Colby beat him? RDA had a crazy run there for a while. Curtis, welcome to the party. Abe, had a client phone call. What did I miss? Not much, bud. Thomas, hilarious trail song in reference to Brazil. Auto-guided production, Brazil topic. I don't think anyone knew you were a white boy until recently. Always thought you were an ambiguously tanned individual. Yeah, it is weird. Matt, what up? Keep going down. Carol Ralph says, I saw Bryan on the Uncle Laser podcast. How come he never talks about or promotes Tfatk on any other podcasts he does? Bryan's never, even when we were like number one in sports podcasts, even when Tfatk 3D, Bryan is just, he's old as shit, so he doesn't promote anything. I don't know what he'd promote right now. I never take offense to that stuff. I feel like Fighting the Kid too, it's like we've been around so long, either you're a fan or you're not. People know who we are at this point, you know, where it's not like we're going to get the young fan base, you know? Yeah, that stuff never bothers me about Bryan. He never promotes, ever. He didn't promote his own stand-up tour, you know? He's not doing it vindictively. He just doesn't do it. Thanks, Casablanca. Yeah, Bosty balled out. I get it. When we, you know, I get it. When you're going after endorsements or, you know, when I was renegotiating my deal with Pod One, you put all sorts of numbers together. Social media, all audio, video, clips, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook. You accumulate all this big mass number where you see it like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's right.
When people mention the podcast, dude, they said the podcast.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw this or not, you know. It looks good. But again, prove it. Give us a breakdown. Those 34 million, because they did, what'd they say, 17 just in the U.S.?
Yeah. Domestically and then 34 globally.
Prove it.
Yeah.
Good for them. We know the number's big.
Well, the audience won't be able to see this, but they could easily Google it. It's on ESPN's MMA's Instagram, John Jones's Reflexes. I'm sure you've seen this video, huh?
I haven't seen it.
Someone threw a...
Brendan Schaub called out Bryan Callen for not promoting the Fighter and the Kid podcast. He was reading a super chat. I love how he's pretending it didn't bother him when literally during every Fighter and the Kid Q&A Patreon, he went off on Callen. And one of the reasons was he doesn't promote the podcast. But aside from that, he 100% is lying about renewing that Podcast One deal. And I have the proof. Now, when he said it out of nowhere on his live stream today. He's obviously still thinking about that super chat, asking about it from a few days ago from that person who sent it in. I have no idea who that person is, but he's probably very good looking. And then Chin was laughing because Chin knows it's not true. But Podcast One does press releases of everything they do because it's a publicly traded company. So it would be in here because I will show you some examples of the mundane stuff they do put out. So like they announce its fiscal year, named Top 7 Podcast. Renews Lindsey Chrisley's The Southern Tea in multi-year deal. Podcast One exceeds 2.5 million downloads. they're selected to do some crap. And then Podcast One launches original podcast, It's Okay, We're All Gonna Die, and acquires Life Happens with Barb and Michelle podcast. They have to do every little announcement of every deal, even renewals. So when did Schaub say that happened? 2 months ago, right? So it's June. That would have been in April. Let's go see. Live One and Podcast One launch Podcast One AI. Podcast One presents Baby Gang, a 6-part podcast event. Podcast One, wait, is this it? Renews exclusive rights and distribution agreement with A&E Networks for podcast Cold Case Files, I Survived American Justice, City Confidential, and Ancient Aliens. Podcast One acquires 4 podcasts and multi-year deals. Oh yeah, it's not on here because it never happened. It never happened. The fact that he would just openly lie about that is the saddest thing. So the last deal he signed was just a year extension, and he did that in January of 2025. His deal is up in August, and if they would have renewed his deal, especially 2 months ago, it would have popped up here because he would, quote unquote, one of the flagship shows, right? They're doing little announcements about renewing deals with nobodies. And they would want to put that out there because their whole website's about just their stock. So they want to do anything to be like, yeah, invest in our stock. Because it never happened. Brendan Schaub is a lunatic, sociopathic liar, in my opinion. And look, when he said that, and then you just heard Chin giggling, because Chin was half like, why are you bringing this up again? And laughing, knowing that Schaub is lying. Because I'm now of the belief that Schaub is just completely lying to everyone around him now, too. You think Schaub is really telling the people around him the real financial trouble he's in? No, he's lying to them too, thinking they're not figuring it out. Hey, we went from a great studio in California to a fucking storage unit in Texas. It's so sad. It's so pathetic. But let me know your thoughts in the comments.